So it's time to settle down. Put our hands together. Relax. It doesn't matter from which religious background you are. We can come together around a point of peace and harmony to send our best thoughts to the collective consciousness of humanity. I believe it's needed that we people start to relax in this hurried society, in this pushing and hurried system. With all the things happening in the world, you need to be prepared, but especially you need to be spiritually prepared. So take your cup of coffee or tea or water. Sit down comfortably and empty your mind from all the media, the news, negative thoughts. Because if we are going to immediately think we can meditate without, you are not going to reach that state. So first you need to free yourself from fear. Then you need to free yourself from negativity and stuff in your mind. Therefore, you think from within your heart. So we need a clear mind for the best focus. Then we are going to put our hands together, sit comfortably. You can sit like that, or you can sit on your knees with your feet touching your bottoms, if that's the way you like to sit. You also can simply sit on a chair, sofa, or lay down in bed. But we need a free mind, and when we are going to open it, we only do that for good stuff. So first we free our mind so we get clear how we can get comfortable again. So one thing does not really matter, and that is time, because we have enough time. yet we are in a hurry. Maybe you should say to the boss, well, every day in the morning, we're going to cut 1 hour working, and in the evening, we're going to cut 1 hour working. So I'm going to work 2 hours less because I need to relax, de-stress, especially from the negativity that your company gives my body. So what we did today is we start an hour earlier as normal, just because we can. As the birds were whistling. So now we are freeing our minds and we're freeing ourselves from fear. So in our surroundings, we recognize that we are safe. And we are sitting comfortably just in case we have some water to drink if needed, maybe a little snack, sit down comfortably, and we put our hands together to harmonize the yin and yang energy in our bodies, the left and right energy, the water and fire energy. And we start to breathe, of course, slowly in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. And this way, we are going to bring down our diaphragm and we breathe until our underbelly. And we breathe slowly, deeply in through our nose. We exhale slowly through the mouth. And now we have our breathing under control. We have our mind clear. We have our energy balance. So you could say that we have found our balance in this moment of the day. Now we are going to focus. So when we are breathing in through our nose, we are going to focus on receiving love, light, and healing. And when we breathe out, we do that with an expression of gratitude. Can be thankful for anything or everything. For example, thank you, Mother Earth, for carrying my weight. Thank you, birds, for whistling so beautifully. So, at let's get started. Also, what we can do is let roots grow from our feet till the center of Mother Earth, because it is important to reconnect with yourself, with your inner self, to reconnect with Mother Earth, to reconnect with nature, and to reconnect with Source. Then we reconnect with the universe. And this reconnection is needed, and in essence, it will give you as human being the utmost potential what you are as a human being. So I'm going to take you a little bit further in this meditative state to get a closer understanding about who we are. Who are you? Well, easily we say, I am Frankie, which is not true. That name is given to you by somebody else, which is not you. You are not your physical body. You got this physical body because you got born on this planet. So who are you? Well, I am that I am, and I'm a spiritual being inside a physical body with a divine spark. So what did we came to do on this planet? Well, humanity creates the aura of planet Earth. So we ourselves, our physical body has an aura, but we humanity create the aura of planet Earth. Therefore, we need to shine. So we have a bright aura of planet Earth. So, what more that we came to do on this planet? To sharpen and practice our spiritual practices. That's what we came to do. Now you see easily that the true reason why we are on this planet has nothing to do with the system we live in. So, the practice of unselfish behavior goes into the future. And one of the common things that humans agree on is that they want to go into the future, a new tomorrow. From our hearts, we need to take care of ourselves and each other. So, a good thing is to slow other people down when they are in a hurry. It might lead to some friction because they are in a hurry and you are slowing them down. So, yeah, we need to come to an understanding what is our mission on planet Earth. And we are born as the guiding hands of the Creator because we have hands to do His work on this planet. And that all sounded good. But then there was the devil. So maybe now you can see how you got misled. And now it's your time to take your step to return to innocence, to return to nature, to return to source. So let's be grateful for the life that is given to us. So now, when we are inhaling through the nose, focusing on receiving love, light, and we breathing out with an expression of gratitude. Now let the words compassion and kindness come to your mind. And then let these words sink into your heart. And now we are going to take these words, compassion and kindness, and think about how we could use them when we are facing the rest of the day. So we did go inward with the words love, light, and healing. We did go outward with the expression of gratitude. And now we are going outward with compassion and kindness to other human beings. So now we are going to think deeply about these words and see how does our planning of the rest of the day look like? Who are you going to meet? Are you able to give your smile to somebody else? Do you need to hurry in the supermarket? Or is your going to the supermarket a chance to make many other people smile? So, how can we use the words compassion and kindness during the rest of the day? And we think about them, breathe deeply, what we possibly could do. There we go. what came to mind when we took those words, compassion and kindness, to our minds and to our hearts? Well, another thing came to my mind. If you are going to meet people, then you could do a sonko e sonko. I've learned this from a Kero Shakaruna from the Kero shaman tradition. And it's we are giving the other person a hug. We make sure our hearts touches each other. So often people hug and they go with their head to the left side, but we are going to the right side because then the other person's will be on our left side and their heart will touch our heart when we hold each other. Yes? And that's a heart greeting. Sonko Isonko. So greeting is something that you can do outward with kindness. You can greet other people, strangers. So yesterday, no, Saturday, no, Friday. Oh my God. Days pass by like nothing. But Friday, or it could be Thursday. Oh, it's so long ago. But I was on my bike greeting other people, groups of other bikers. If I counted the smiles that I harvested, it were plenty. So greet other people. And if you are going to visit people that you know, you can do as Gois a heart greeting. We could turn something that we have or something that we find in nature, we can turn that into a little present, like a little gift. It's not the amount of money, what it costs, it's just a little gift. It's the gesture of giving that we also can practice outward. And we find in our own, oh, let me turn this into a little present and see who will come on my way that I can give it to. the gift of giving. Then, another thing, when deeply thinking about compassion and kindness, is the practice of unselfish behavior and answering the question, what can I do for others? Can I help you? Do you need some healing? No, forgive me, Frankie. Is life heavy? You need some enlightenment? And now we are going to make compassion and kindness more special. And it's also a little bit of an eye opener and a little bit of, I would not call it a trick, but it's really helpful when you think about compassion and kindness. When you take that on your mind and you let it sink in your heart, and then ask the question, what would love with compassion and kindness? So let's take the last minutes to think about that and meditate. So, what would love do with compassion and kindness? In addition, something else came to my mind, and I thought, why not just spoil another top secret? So, when we reconnect with our inner self, we teach the inner child to grow up. We teach the inner voice to grow up. We reconnect with Mother Nature. We reconnect with Mother Earth. We reconnect with Source. And when we reconnect with the universe, that is where we meet the extraterrestrials. Many opportunities were given by the families of the universe to make a connection. Since ancient times, humanity tried to make a connection with those extraterrestrials, with those families of the universe. If it was Machu Picchu, the pyramids of Giza, civilization after civilization failed. And now we are in these end times, but also golden era has started. So you can choose your life and positivity, but this has nothing to do with greed. So you might be considered poor but happy because you do not have greed. You have wishes that we can reconnect. So to reconnect and to reconnect with what? Question. So this reconnection we need to take really seriously. So we reconnect with our inner self, we reconnect with Mother Earth and let roots grow out of our feet to the center of Mother Earth. And then you could feel all your chakras. Boom, 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 boom. That's what happened to me. And with Source, yeah? So you reconnect with nature, you reconnect with Source, and then the most important thing in this state of reconnection to reconnect with each other. So if I reconnect with my inner self, I reconnect with Mother Earth, I reconnect with Mother Nature, and I reconnect with Source as a human being, you could say I am doing a lot of good stuff. But in fact, you need to reconnect with each other. Will that be considered good? Because if you all do that without reconnecting with each other, would that be considered selfish? Or would that be self care? So, with the awareness of reconnecting with each other, we should do efforts to reconnect with each other. Maybe have to reconnect with ourselves, with Mother Earth, with Mother Nature, with Source, and then we reconnect with each other. And that's really challenging these days. But if you go outward, yes, so what would love do with compassion and kindness? These are outward things to do. You need to do them to somebody else. Will they be effective? So I can kindly speak to the walls, or I can kindly speak to somebody else, or kindly speak to a other being. Like early in the morning, I'm communicating with other beings. And let me tell you what these beings can do. These beings can fly, believe it or not. These beings can fly and really fast. And these beings also can produce a high frequency. So please let me know in the comments which being that is, because now it starts to sound a little bit of ooh, a being that can fly, a being that can produce high frequency. And Frankie is communicating with him. Yes, I even tried to mimic how high frequency sounds they make. Now I'm going to tell you, and you will be amazed. Like, is it an extraterrestrial? No, it's a bird. It are the birds in the morning. They were pulling better sound, I can tell you that much. So, having fun with others is also something kind and compassionate to do. So you can invite somebody to have fun with. So let's take another moment to breathe and think about what we can do for others. little things, the little things come to mind when you think about the question, what would love do with compassion and kindness? With the question, what you can do for others. Maybe it's just that little gesture of, let me do the dishes for you, or opening a door because you see that somebody has a handful of groceries, trying to grab the keys before everything is falling on the floor. You open the door. When you are in your car driving around, maybe it's raining, you see the pedestrian and you say, you go first because I'm dry in the car and you are walking through the rain. These little things can give a spark of light into the consciousness of that other human being experiencing you, greeting you, waving to you, giving you a thumbs up because you were so kind, smiling. Before you know it, that one little spark created a smile, and that spark became bigger and it got more enlightened, and that person got that positive vibe, and maybe that was enough to take them out of the normalcy of negativity around you, of complaining in the canteen at the table with your colleagues. And maybe you harvest gratitude because they say thank you. So one little gesture make you harvest gratitude, create a smile, and hopefully affect the other person into a similar kind of behavior. Let's say like monkey see, monkey do. Oh, he was kind to me at that time, let me be kind to somebody else as well. And therefore we need to remove ourselves from fear, negative thoughts, but also remove ourselves from guilt. That guilty feeling you need to process, for you need to return innocence. Yes, my dear, return to innocence. So now we are going to expand on these questions more deeply. What would love do with compassion and kindness? And what can I do for others? We are going to more deeply about that now. So when we more deeply think about it, more and more things to do popping up in our head. So one of the humble things to do, being humble. So when we are practicing it outward to other people, because we think about the practice of the practice of unselfish behavior, what can we do for other people? So when we are in contact, direct contact with other people, like you do a sonko yi sonko, a heart greeting, giving a smile, uh, that is where you directly meet people. Or you say, "Oh, can I do the dishes for you?" Yes, that's direct. But you also could put, let's say, a phrase of wisdom, for example, that you learned today, and you write down on a piece of paper, reconnect with your inner self. Paper, put reconnect with source. On another piece of paper, you put reconnect with Mother Nature. On another paper, you put reconnect with Mother Earth. And then another paper, you put reconnect with your inner self. And other paper, reconnect with the universe. And then you put them in your pocket. And then when you meet someone or you think you are able to give the cashier in the supermarket, you can give her one of these papers. Another thing you could do is, for example, in your own family, to write down on a piece of paper, in case you didn't love yourself already and nobody said to you, "I love you," I say to you now, "I love you." And that's like a note that you can put on the breakfast that you made for somebody else before you left the house, or you can put it on the place where they normally go to sit, and you put it there in front of them on the table. And then the person is maybe reading that, but you were not there, so sometimes you can hide little present in the shape of words, of many words that are not often spoken. Because the expression of love towards each other has been lost in competition, has been lost in the selfishness of I want, I want, I want, I want, I know, I. But if we can express something hateful, you always get an extension to that. So it's easier indeed to be negative. So challenge life and do something positive, because doing something positive is challenging, especially in these darkened times. It gets more hard to express things from the soul, because the most is mind orientated and the minds are brainwashed. The minds are caught within the matrix, within duality, within endless you and I, leading to nowhere. But if we reconnect, the more we reconnect, and the more we free ourselves, the more we become aware. For now, I wish you a great start of the week, and later today, in the evening, I plan to come back. And then I will see if during the day I found more answers to the question, what would love do with compassion and kindness? What can I do for others? Well, one thing I can do for others is heal them. So have a nice day.